So, welcome back. I think I'm gonna keep this video formatting for now, mostly because I kind of like the home style feel. I was watching like a bit of Technoblade, and then he had this like one video where he tried to talk about his life philosophy, and he just got really sidetracked. And I'm like, oh, I resonated with that a lot. And I think it's kind of hard to keep your focus while you're playing video games, and I think that's kind of nice. It was this genuine level of content that I feel like people miss out on nowadays. I don't know if anyone's seen the recently TikTok algorithm. They've been pushing for YouTube market share, and in doing so, they've been phasing out a lot of their like original content for like longer form, more professional content. But like the appeal of TikTok was that it was like super original. I stole this idea directly from this guy called Etymology Nerd, so I don't think that's that's ideal. I think he explained it better than I did, but yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. But basically, people are still looking for connection, or they're looking for this sense of belonging, and it's something that I feel like is, you know, dying. And people are calling 2026 like the new 2016, and it was a time when people were so genuine, they didn't really care about what people thought, and they could actually be themselves. And I think people are looking for that. I think people are struggling with connection when everything is done on the internet, and it's kind of sucks because you grow up and you're like, oh, when you're little, like, oh, the phone's so cool, and I don't want to get off my phone. This phone's awesome. Like, why would I ever stop using my phone? And now you're like, oh, I'm addicted to my phone. I'm a slave to my phone. I spend too much time watching and doom scrolling, and it's paralyzing, and I can't stop comparing myself to other people. But since I know there's so many options out there, it's very paralyzing. Eh, you know. So interesting world that we live in, nonetheless. But point of saying all that is, I like this channel because it's a place where I go to escape the world of judgment from my real world, from the consequences of being a human and growing up to be an adult and having responsibilities. I can just chill and talk. I don't have to worry about what someone has to think about me because I have these opinions. I don't have to worry about what my family has to think about me for having certain opinions. You can just sit there and talk. And it's kind of weird because it's one-sided. So you don't get any pushback on anything you say. I don't want to think I'm scared of feedback, but I definitely can say that sometimes judgment is scary. So here we are. But yeah, I think we're a world that's looking for connection in a place that had a really high accountability at a time that we weren't really ready for it, and then it got scary. So I'm probably going to destructure these videos, decouple them just to make them more casual, less intimidating for you to make. I've been sitting in my bedrotting a lot, and I've been feeling like I should talk about something in particular, or have an idea and I'll jot it down, and you just have the sudden realization that there's nothing like special about you, right? There's nothing unique. I go on this channel, and I think I've said it before, that like I feel like I'm underqualified to talk about certain things, and that's because I'm young, I'm inexperienced, but also because there's a lot of comparison that I can do on the internet, and that I don't feel like any of my ideas are original. I don't feel like I have a unique experience that I can bring people. So I started that segment called Bradisms as like a way for me to bring a unique experience. But even then, it still felt like my stories weren't uniquely my own. I mean, they're not fabricated. It's genuine for me. But like messages can be attained from anywhere, experience can be attained from anywhere, mentorship can be attained from anywhere. There's nothing that you feel like there's this unique value you bring. And I feel this ties well into ideas of imposter syndrome as well too. Because as you get a little bit older, you start to, even though you're doing the things like when I was like a kid, like I would have loved to be pursuing a computer science degree. I would have loved to be doing research. I didn't even dream that I would have the position or the titles that I have now, or that I would have gotten out of high school with the GPA that I did, or done the sports that I did, or gotten the achievements that I did, or the recognition. And you still look back on all of it, and when I actually reached those rewards, like, it wasn't all that special. My scope, my perspective changed. I'm like, this is something that I earned. Like, it's not really a surprise that I'm in the position that I am in. And then you also start to have a better understanding of how you got to that position. You realize that, oh, I'm not responsible for like a lot of it. You know, my family helped me out tons. Uh, so yeah, it's a difficult reality to kind of just let sink in. But with all that being said, I don't think it's all terrible. I don't think it's all bad. I think it's good experience to have, and I don't really think it's imposter syndrome as much of it's an issue of perspective that you have. I'm like, sure, I can sit here and be myself and be like, I'm unqualified. I don't deserve the things that I have. And I'm like, maybe because I have it, I deserve it. And even if I didn't earn it all myself, it's okay. That, you know, I put myself out there, right place, right time, and you got a title. And sure, like you still have to go into it, but the fact that you have it means that you have the opportunity to go into it. And there's no shame in that failure. Like no matter how public it becomes. Because I have that unique privilege of I have this strong family backing where I have the room to fail and I don't have to make it out of the hood or anything. You know, I have a home to go to and there's always food to go back on. And even if I don't get that job straight out of college, I know that I'm not going to at least be on the streets. And that's a level of comfort that solely comes from privilege. That unique opportunity to fail. Like a lot of people say, like, don't be scared to fail. But like some people, they really do have a reason to be scared. And that fear is well directed. It forces them into safety, but that's them telling them, like, I'm not ready. And you might never feel ready, but there might be a certain point where, like, you have enough safety, you have enough work that you put in to be able to afford risk. And risk is a privilege, too. Like, oh, go get it. Go get that startup. And it's not real. So, harsh. Hard world that we live in, I guess I should say. But, yeah. All of that is to say that all like the doom scrolling and the doom media and all the world's all terrible and everything's really difficult. Oh, I'm really scared. I'm really intimidated. All that's to say, I'm like, you take a look at yourself and you're like, I wonder where I'm at. I wonder what my privilege is. I wonder what I can afford to do, what I would be comfortable with. And then people are like, oh, it's like, go okay with being uncomfortable. But like, you shouldn't be addicted to it. Like, if things are super easy, you know that you're relaxed, right? But if you spend your whole life and you're just seeking retirement and you get addicted to this comfort, like you're done, you're retired, boom, awesome, now what? You don't know how to relax, you know? So there's a balance that people are looking for. I'm not here to make it for you, but that is to say that life is not as black and white as, oh, just be that go-getter, just do everything. And I think I've talked about this before, so I don't want to beat a dead horse, but all is that to say, I'm like, these extremes are dangerous. This mentality, the advice that people give, it's dangerous. And people, they have their own unique story to write, and it's okay to, you know, not live up to every single person ever's ideals. I feel like that speaks for itself. But you know, like there's people who love anyone. You can't make everyone happy. Like, live for you. What feels good to you? What makes you happy? Like, oh no, you succumb yourself to the judgment of others, and you can only happy by getting validated by other people. Like, maybe that's your life. Maybe you just run off of the support from other people, and you really like those people, and you want to be like them, and you want them to mold you into the person that you want to become, and you need them to hold you accountable. Like, so be it. You know, you need a certain amount of stress to operate. So that's oh wow, I got way more cobble than I needed. That's my 2 cents. I think the bed rotting is not good for me. It definitely gives you a lot of time to think, to overthink, if I'm being frank. Like, I feel like my senses though. Huh. But ooh. Nah, I got it's like, at what point is the thinking, no, okay, I don't got that. I take it all back. I didn't mean it. like at what point is the thinking no longer productive? You know, like how long can I spend hold up in my room trying to will myself to become a better person until you just need to take action? And I think that's the dangerous part of all this media that I watch. It's that we okay. Oh wait, no. I need more than this many trapdoors, huh? Darn. It's that you watch all these things of like people telling you who to be and what to become, and you do all this endless self-help and like motivational stuff, and you're just like, what are you looking for? You know, like what is gonna get you off your butt and just make you start? Like, why do you need somebody else to tell you how you're supposed to live your life? Like, experience life, try, fail, make mistakes, and learn for yourself like what's good for you, like what works best for you. You know, I think that really solidified this message for me is I was watching like professional sports, and I'm a track guy. You look at the 100 meter, like, oh, these guys, like they look kind of similar, but they're also like a little bit different. They got different builds. They all run a little bit different, and they all perform incredibly well. Like the most recent Olympics was super close, and you look at that, and you're like, you know. I'm like, oh, but they must have all followed like some same regimen. But no, I mean, they all had to eat well, they had to sleep well, they had to train, but the training looks different, but the eat's a little bit different, right? They're all different people, and I think people lose that a little bit when when they're like, oh, there's just one set safe path that's gonna guaranteed get me all the things that I ever wanted to dream for, and I'm like, that's just not true. You know, it kind of sucks. I think there's this account called like Stay or something, but ooh, but if there is a path, like a guaranteed path to success, and you want to, it's been beaten like a dead horse, and it's going to become less valuable the more consistent it is, the more people that know of said path, right? Because like if everybody could be rich, then everyone would be rich, but they aren't. Right? Supply goes up, demand goes down. If and value is created by scarcity, unfortunately. Like there's some things that are valuable that are just completely arbitrary. Right? Like they don't have any value outside of just existing to be something rare for people to collect, and that's because people are just looking for a reason to be special. Once they already have all the stuff that they could ever want, that they could ever need, they start looking for things that they just want for the sake of wanting. All right. I think I made a video on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, so I hope that goes without explaining. So if you want to be special, you got to do something different. I think that goes without saying. I need a sapling. I need a lot of saplings. Where are my saplings? Nice. This seems troublesome. It seems like a pain, actually. I was probably going to say something really inspirational, but I think that's all. That's all I have to say on the topic. I think I've spent the last like 3 videos still trying to make this mob farm, and I looked up a video because I felt really stupid trying to figure out how to place the water, and it turns out you just need trapdoors and they'll walk down. You don't need to have the water make the mobs flow down like in a typical mob spawner. I don't know if I'm crazy, but usually we just make like an 8x8, then have them flow into a one tunnel and have them flow down. And that was like a normal dungeon spawner, but I don't have a spawner in Skyblock, so I need a mob farm. And you can just have them walk down, and they'll walk down through the trapdoors so they think it's a block. So, you know, live and you learn. I've been playing Minecraft since I was 8, probably earlier, and still learning new things. It's kind of beautiful. Never-ending journey of learning. It's getting to a point where I'm beginning to ask myself, I'm like, oh, I think I already talked about this, but am I unable to make genuine connections, or am I not allowing myself to be able to make new, supposedly genuine connections? Because my friends, Like, I like them. They're great friends. I have good time. But like some events in my life that I definitely have talked about have made it difficult for me to open up and feel comfortable around them in certain ways. And that's not to disparage my friends and to say that like, hey, they're not good people or they're not valuable friends anymore. But the conversations that we have on the day to day aren't the conversations that I want to have all the time. And nobody wants to like talk like super introspective or like think about themselves all the time. Cause why would you do that? You know, like what does it serve you to only think in one way and be like, okay, there's all these infinite ways I can improve, but if I never choose a direction, I'm never going to improve ever. But on the other hand, it's like I don't even know these people. They don't think about themselves. You know, I've never seen them think about themselves. I don't know how they're progressing. They're just learning, and they don't want to think about it. They don't want to talk about it. They just sit in silence, and that's okay. But I like talking about these things with people. Like Chinese people call it the Tao. You know, like how do you approach your life? Is it hedonistic approach where you engage in all of your earthly, worldly desires, and somewhere down the road you eventually become, I want to say immune to your desires, but you learn to find the balance. You're going to the very bottom. Other people do it from the very top. They have really high discipline, and then they gain stories from people who make mistakes, and they become a better person slowly through seeing other people's mistakes and misfortune and trying to grasp lessons from it without making the mistakes themselves. Like they have somebody else give rules for them to follow, and they follow them. And most people would say that they're in the middle, right? Those are two extremes. And people always put it as like, I think Monwa would always say like the righteous people or not righteous. What is it? Demons, devils. But I wish I talked about it more with friends, I should say. I wish I got to hear about their Tao, how they've been learning to cope with living, you know? And I think that's kind of difficult to say. You hear the word cope and you're like, oh, okay, so it's living is inherently bad. Right? Living is something that's a struggle that I don't necessarily want to deal with. It's something that I'm trying to avoid, but that's not the case at all. It's more just, I guess I do want to say deal with the negative connotations attached to it and all, and that's how it is, but oh well. What? Okay. Oh, my fat tree fortress is gone. Oh, this is so annoying. But I don't mean to disparage my friends, but you know, it's just your needs change as an individual. You know, before I just wanted to go online and play video games to forget about the world, but now I want to think about my actions and figure out my future. And not everyone's there, and like that's not bad on them. You know, like, we're all at different points in our life, and I think college kind of exacerbates that, where everyone's suddenly like exposed to this middle way, this bridge, this path to the future, and this is annoying. Come on. Okay. I need one string. This is so unfortunate. And because people have that pathway, like they're gonna move at different rates. Like not everyone runs the mile at the same pace, you know? We're all equipped with on different timelines. And I think that's another thing that makes comparison really dangerous as well, is that like people need to hear those stories for comfort of like someone like, oh, I went through this and I still found success, and they see success stories as like a bad thing, you know. You ever you ever hear someone talking about like how they had good fortune in their life, like things went well for them, and you're like, oh, screw this guy, you know. They have it all, and some people call it jealousy, but to some it's like, oh, it's not inspirational at all, because I'm like, oh, you're like 8 years old, you can play the piano so much better than me. I'm like, okay, but can that kid run the same house? You're like, that kid's underdeveloped, he's not ready yet. But like, the kid might never be ready. You know. And there very well might just be someone who's just better than you at literally everything, like, sure, but that doesn't make you less of a person. Like, if anything, them being successful, like, it's one person. And sure, maybe there's a lot of people that are more successful than you, and then you become less valuable. Like, that's very fair. But that still doesn't change your situation at all. It's like, oh, I don't want to have to work. I'm like, well, that sucks. You know, we all need money to survive. We need to prove our value, our worth to other people. You got forced into an environment that has people on different levels of value, I should say, solely on the basis of, I think it's 3 stacks. Hope I'm right. I'll try to see what happens. Oh, it looks so ugly. What? No. But you'll be with people. Okay, hold on. Actually, I need to put everything a layer up. Okay. Never mind. I guess I'm just not gonna finish what I have to say because I completely forgot. Ooh. Or instead of mining all of that, I could just build a layer up and waste all this cobble. Oh, that feels like such a waste. Because I need 2 layers here and then a layer up. What am I doing? I need this layer. I guess I can just hope that I pick up some of the cobble. Wow. Diminishing returns. Anyways, I forgot what I was gonna say, but I think I think they'll put this video under check-ins. This is another one of those really bad rants, but I'm hoping to go back to this like more organic content, I should say. It's just this constant battle of trying to fight and be genuine or like authentic. And in the fight to do so, you're inherently not being authentic or genuine. And oh well, you know. I think there's this connection, this space that I've been missing. And I have things about nostalgia that kind of suck. That it's like, oh, you should just live in the present, live in the future, you know? Why get so hooked on something from the past? Oh, god damn it. And it's an evil thing, right? Nostalgia. Because it keeps reminding you of something that is unattainable. Like, there's nothing that you can do about it. It's in the past. And it may teach you, like, oh, maybe you should live in the moment and you enjoy the present. But if you are in the present thinking about how much you're going to enjoy this moment 15 years down the line, you're not. in the present. You're not paying astute attention. You're not super involved, and I think that's what kind of like sucks about it, right? It's a mixed feelings that people have, but it's okay. I guess it's not the end of the world to dream, to wonder if there could be better. Like that's what history is for. You're there to learn from the past so you don't make the same mistakes. So you come generation after generation, you can build on the past. Like you ever just be existing, and then your family will guilt trip you and be like, "We didn't come all this way," or your family didn't work so hard just so you could sit there and be on your butt. But like that's what that privilege was all about. You know, they worked so hard so the kids wouldn't have to go through the same struggles that they did, so they'd have opportunities that they could never have. And maybe people don't see it that way. Like, I got kids so I can make them do chores. I'm like, well, that sucks for you. But I'd like to hope that your parents want you to do better than them, right? And they might work hard and set the bar high, and you're never going to be under the same circumstances that they're going to be under. And therefore, you can never perform, in an objective sense, better than them because they're giving you the platform to do better than them, taking away the platform that you had, or whatever. But they still want you to do better than them. I'd like to hope. And if not, hopefully you want to be better than your parents. Because they're nurturing you, they're fostering you, they want you to improve. Oh, darn. I lost my train of thought. But if you fight for all that privilege and you're given that opportunity and you're getting cooked for squandering it, I'm like, this is what it was all about. Like, why do people hate rich people so much? I'm like, yeah, sure, it sucks. That some of them are kind of stupid. But that's a fortune that they were born into. Like, they get to just enjoy life for what it is. Like, it should be a little bit idolized. It should be a little bit romanticized. Like, everybody loves an underdog story. Like, oh, this person was so poor and they became so rich. Like, you like the journey, right? But now when they're rich, like, I hate them. That richness just supersedes for a generation. Like, put them in the mines. Let them know what's up. And I don't. Oh, I'm not so sure about how like good of a thing that is. You know, holding that envy, that content towards a goal that you ultimately want. Like maybe that is the motivation that people need. Maybe that's right. Maybe I'm speaking completely out of my butt. As someone who comes from a position like people would be fiending for. Dude, I ate like a pack of chocolate today. I'm off fat stuff. And I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed tomorrow. And that's why I'm going to just stay up and eat so much food and be fat. Because I'm going to be eating, not even out of a straw. I have to like drink food soon. And like, this is my worries. I'm not Mr. Hungry Starving guy. I'm not the guy who has to worry about what college I get into and if I can get a scholarship. Like I just go to college. I just left like a counseling appointment today. And they were like, did you cheat on this thing? I'm like, I plagiarized myself. Because I did. And I didn't really read the syllabus to see if like that was what I was supposed to do. So I got flagged for copying my own work, which is kind of my fault. Maybe I deserve that. But I'm like, I can take a C in that class and I just don't care. Because I can still get the GPA and I have my family backing me. And I've been doing well in all my other classes. And it's not the end of the world. But some people, it's like, I didn't get that GPA and I'm cooked. And now I can't attend college anymore. And that's a privilege thing. I was thinking my parents are paying for all my college and I feel guilty about it for sure. Bro, I think it's like $4,000 and it's just gone every 4 months. And I'm trying to graduate early, and then what am I going to do when I graduate? Go to masters. So, oh well. It's something that's like, it's good enough if you feel grateful for it, if you recognize your parents, like making people feel seen. I think that's good enough. try to take care of the house when I can. I come home, I freeload, and I'm like, I can at least like do the dishes, you know. But some people, that's not even a choice. Like you have to do the chores. Like that's just an expectation. And maybe that's a piece of privilege for me too, that my parents gave me that environment, that space for me to develop gratitude on my own and not see relationships as something that is transactional, but still expecting it to be transactional. You know, like people tell you like every time I'm all for transactional relationships, and they're like, you want friends with benefits? You want some help under the table? And I'm like, no, I I just want people to have like mutual respect, you know. And when you do acts of service to someone, like you hope that that person wants to reciprocate it out of the good of their own heart. Like you ever heard something crazy? It was like, I want ice cream. And it's like, no, okay, I don't want ice cream. It's like, okay, I don't want ice cream anymore. And like the joy was doing it together. You know, the joy wasn't the ice cream. It could have been anything, but it just happened to be the ice cream in that moment. And sometimes you're a guy and like, I don't really get that. Like, what the fuck? But oh no, I cursed. But it was never just about the ice cream, you know. It was about the togetherness. It was about just doing something with someone, and that was like the nice part of it. I wonder how long I've been recording. I've been just yapping away. I've been sitting in my bed stewing. I'm gonna make a video, and I have this little notepad of all these things I want to talk about. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to talk about any of these things. So I deleted that notepad, and then I made a new notepad. And I'm like, I'm gonna talk about these things now. And then neither of those those things happened. But okay, let's be honest with myself. I have to mine the cobble down there anyway, and I have to mine the cobble up here too. And I'm not getting good returns on the cobble. I should just build the platform up and stop wasting my time. And it's so much faster if I just mine the cobble down there than having to worry about being sneaky beaky up here. Dude, this mob farm, so much sweat and tears. And also a lot of cobble. I didn't know if you could do this with slabs. So I feel like I've been wasting a lot of cobble, like, oh shit. Oh shit. Because of that. But all these 8x8s, like, that's a stack. That's 64. And then I have to make a roof too. I don't think this is enough. But at least I'll be done with the platforms. And then I can see how many trapdoors I needed. And I don't need any more water, but I'm gonna leave the water source last, just in case I mess something up. This will probably look really stupid from above, but we'll see. Wait, 1, 2, no, this is 8. This is not. I don't know why the spawning platform has to be 8x8 either. It's kind of sus. I don't know why I'm making this out of cobble. I could have made this out of wood. A spider waiting for me down there. Okay, it needs to be 2 blocks tall. This roof is gonna be a 8 to 8. That's what, 10, 18. No. No, 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 no. I'm not standing on the edge anymore. Eight to 8 is 18, and it's 18 by 18. And I can't even math in my head, but that's less than 400. So that's like 5 stacks of blocks for the roof. Now mobs are gonna be spawning here during the day, which is fantastic news for me. I guess before I do that, let's see if I had brought enough trapdoors. Bro. Oh, oh, sneaky. Oh, I think there's way more. Oh. Doing this in the most dangerous way possible. Because it's 8 on each side, so 16. And then 16 times 4 is 1 stack. And I made like 3. Which was amazing logic on my part. I need to put like 8 in the middle too, but I don't make that big of a difference. Oh, a ripe 4 in the middle. Fire. Whoa. So this is just gonna slowly turn into a let's play channel where I used to like make advice and play Overwatch, but I've been playing single player games now because my friends keep playing games that I don't have. So maybe this is the vibe. But yeah. I don't know. Kind of just figuring it out as I go. I definitely could do this part in slabs, but we ball. I should put torches on the top too. Relax. Relate. Damn, bruh. At least I spent all my blocks. And I didn't bring my bucket. That was huge. I lose the bucket. I think it's GG. Oh, at this point, no. I guess I could get iron. But it just sucks. It's just a pain. Okay. I'm dry on ideas. So, I think I'm going to cut the recording here. But, thanks for listening. This is me in 2026. This has become a Yapper channel. And that's about it. If you're sleeping, wake up. Okay, bye.